The newspapers are rich in all this, and especially the Lewiston paper, because we had an editor that was interested in it. If you read some of the things in the book or whatever, you'll find that Stanley come up and parked in his driveway and blew down. The Stanley brothers knew everybody up here because they used to live right here in town. Was it yesterday I got a phone call. The man's going through the J.W. Penney material that he bought a few years back, and he found where F.E. Stanley had a woodlot in Mechanic Falls in 1909. Now that's 19 years after he left Lewiston. So it just keeps going. Now I got to go get the deed for this gentleman to prove it, and like that. I think he's getting ready to do something with that material.
I was told that the house I owned in Mechanic Falls, that one of the Stanley brothers lived in it for a short time. I don't know if that was ever true or not.
I'd like to talk to you about that and get permission to research your deeds, and chase your deeds back.
I haven't owned the house for years.
Okay, well somehow we can get together and get information on.
Is it true one of them was and I can't remember which one, weren't they the principal of the high school?
That's F.O.
Okay. But I can't tell you which one supposedly lived in my house.
Well, at some point around, I believe it was 86. I believe it was 86. F.O. got burned out in Mechanic Falls. Rumor has it that the townsfolk built a building and put them back in. I'd like to find that fire, newspaper clipping, and the clipping about the town building the new house, and also where it was. Like I said, this is not finished. This is just a second edition, and like that. I will continue to research Maine and Maine-built automobiles and automobiling in the state. One of my crazy things, if you bring me a photograph of your grandfather or whoever's automobile with a license plate readable, so I can identify the year of the plate, which the early ones were done by color. Okay, well that comes into a point of, can you tell the color in a black and white picture? Yes, you can to some degree, number one. Dark and light, light and dark. What year is the car? The car is a 1914, well you know it's not a 1906 license plate, right? So little things like that. The size of the plates changed over the years. I have 18 feet of auto registration information where it lists the license plate, the name, address, make of car. Some cases I can tell you the serial number of your grandfather's car that he had in 1915. So that's how close this information gets down to. So that photograph that you have in your collection, maybe it is your grandfather, maybe it isn't. But there it is in your photo album. I can probably prove one way or the other whose car it was. You're a dealer, historical society or whatever, that identifies the photograph, make of car, who owned it, where they lived. Then it increases the value of that photograph for the display, for sale on eBay or whatever you're doing with it. That increases the value of that photograph. So it's just a, I don't hunt Bambi, I don't hunt Smokey, I'm out hunting cars.
Okay, well thank you very much.
Yes.
Even though it's quite a tome, there are still things to learn. And just think about these old automobiles. Who knew what they should look like?